in terms of artificial intelligence will not look like what we have now. On a recent flight I was on, I happened to be sitting next to a fairly high-placed executive at a major technology company, and she was breathless in her anticipation about how wonderful artificial intelligence was going to be, how it was going to help people do some mundane tasks to free us up to more creative endeavors, but also how it was going to help people who had learning disabilities and other challenges in life be able to overcome those things and free them up to their fullest potential. And she's probably right about that, actually. But what was interesting to me was something else she had said. She said something along the lines of this. She said, AI, artificial intelligence, is the most powerful disruptor ever. It is orders of magnitude more powerful and disruptive than social media. And I don't think anybody argues that social media wasn't incredibly disruptive. Now, what do I mean by disruptive? A disruptor is something that changes long-held paradigms, and they can be good or they can be bad. But think about the automobile for travel, and then, of course, the plane overtaking the automobile in terms of making travel such a different experience. Think about Uber for cabs and the cab companies, how that changed the way we look or even use cabs at all. Also, think of the internet, sort of a paradigmatic disruptor where it changed everything from communications to libraries to teaching, and how that's changed everything we know about learning now. Now, of course, social media was a huge disruptor. In the wake of social media, we had polarization. We had views of people in ways that we never thought we would have them before, where we started to hate people just because they thought differently than us. Now, the reason why that happened, it was surprising because we originally had social media, well, to be social, and what it's become is quite antisocial. So her breathlessness, her anticipation for AI, but also her caution about it being a disruptor prompted a series of questions from me. And the chief question I asked her was this: do you think we're ready? Do you think we're ready for what's coming up soon? And she said, you know what? We don't even know what's coming up soon. This is a tech company person, by the way, who's saying that what's coming out soon in terms of artificial intelligence will not look like what we have now. It'll be orders of magnitude more advanced very quickly than what we have now. And what we have now is leagues more advanced than what we had just even a few years ago. Now, what got me interested in this entire topic was something that I read in an article recently. There's a man named Jason Allen who entered an art contest in Colorado, and he won first prize in the digital art category. And he did that never putting pen to paper, never putting pen to digital paper, as it were, on an iPad or some other software. Instead, he used artificial intelligence. He merely typed in prompts, adjusted those prompts so that the artificial intelligence called Midjourney would create a very beautiful, by the way, painting, and he submitted that. Now, he won first prize, and initially, if I'm understanding the story correctly, initially, the judges didn't know that he had used artificial intelligence to create the image. They thought he had used digital software to actually make brush strokes and pen strokes and adjust the lighting and do all the things that digital artists do. But he didn't do any of that. Instead, he just typed things and adjusted what he typed to adjust the result. Now, he won first prize anyway. In other words, the judges knew what he had done, and they went ahead and gave him first prize anyway. Now, what's interesting is that artists reacted in various ways, but many of them thought, this isn't really art. You're letting somebody who didn't actually perform art win a contest that's an art contest. In defending himself and in trying to console the artists who lost, Mr. Allen basically said this. He said, this isn't over. Then he said, art is dead, which is interesting all by itself. But he says, this isn't going to stop. It's over. AI won, humans lost. That's a strange boast. He's boasting about our replacement. He's not even boasting about the replacement of mundane jobs. He's boasting that machines that we create, software we create, will replace us in the thing that makes us the most human in terms of our distinctiveness from other animals, from the ways we draw inspiration from nature, from the ways we think of ideas and then implement them out there into the world. We're creative beings, we're intuitive beings, we're inspirational beings. And he's saying AI wins in that. What a strange thing to boast about. The high-tech executive I was sitting next to was excited about the future of AI, but she also mentioned that she was worried that we have no idea what AI might do to us, just as we had no idea what social media would do to us in terms of polarization, misinformation, and the like, when we let that disruptor roam free. And right now, we are almost out of breath in terms of our race to make AI come to market. In this series of short videos, we'll explore some of these questions and see if the ancient wisdom from the Bible has something of value to offer us as we consider the digital fruit we're pondering taking part of in our contemporary Garden of Eden.